Hello everyone and welcome back to our house mod playthrough on the Game of Thrones Crusader Kings 2 Andal Invasion mod. We are starting to come to the end of this playthrough now. I think we have finally got a claim on the Vale so we can try and push out the remainder of the Andals from Westeros. Obviously we have claimed all of the Riverlands and the majority of the Crown's lands. The bits that are left are mainly First Man houses, apart from the Dragonstone and Driftmark that are now Valyrian, but we don't really want to mess with them for now. We just want to push the Andals out, and the main threat of Andals is obviously the Mountain in Vale, which is the first conquered and got the biggest amount of Andals. So now that we have that claim on the Vale, let's declare war to claim the Eyrie, and from there we should be able to claim most of the Vale. So let's claim the Eyrie. The rivers and hills are a state of war. We should send ravens to the great lords, rallying them to the crown's defence. They will surely honour their obligations. Hope you're all having a brilliant day, guys. And thank you for returning once again, and obviously welcome to any newcomers. If there's anyone new finding this channel for the first time, I would have thought you'd have seen one of the earlier episodes or a different series though, rather than this video, if you are finding it for the first time. But nonetheless, I hope you enjoy, guys, and thank you for watching. Right, so let's rally our armies together in Old Stones, and then we are going to march and take the Eyrie. And it looks like most of the Vale is splitting up, so that's a good sign. Let's see what happens there. But yeah, we're going to rally our men together as quickly as possible, and then off we march. Our army looks like it's going to be a hell of a lot bigger than this Vale army. It doesn't look like the Queen of the Vale has mustered many men together. But obviously, way back, before we even started our playthrough, the Vale obviously tried to invade the Mudlands and got repelled several times by Christopher. So now that we've got a huge kingdom, it's finally time for us to try and take our revenge and now invade the Vale. And we will force back these Andal invaders and claim this for Mud territory. Right, here we go. Get everyone together. We're going to have way over 20,000 men, which is awesome compared to their not so many men. By the looks of it, doesn't look like they've got many men at all. Right. But then once we finish this, I'll start another playthrough in this mod, I think, or one of the other sub mods, because I've enjoyed playing in this different time zone. I thought about maybe playing as one of the Ironborn houses and trying to conquer through Westeros and Andalos or whatever and all these new kingdoms and try and carve out a mainland kingdom for one of the Ironborn houses. Maybe like House Grey Iron or something like that. Or maybe we could play as an Essos, a house from Essos, and come over and see what we can do, or maybe conquer somewhere in Essos. We'll see. Oh, awesome, Edmure Tuller. He's pretty decent. Right, let's march straight on the Vale then. What is the supply line in the Vale though? Ooh, 7,000 men. I'm going to say, I'm sure the supply line in the Vale isn't very good normally. What's the supply line just below the Vale? 10,000. 7,000. Not great. Let's just crush this main force then of 7,000 Vale Knights, and then we'll split our army into multiple factions so that it's going to be easier for us. These 7,000 men should be no trouble at all. Alright, they've split up, so now we've not got many men at all. But we should be able to take them out, no problem. What is it? 664 men. Let's march back to take out these 7,000, and then we'll split our army into multiple smaller factions and start conquering the Vale. And they're marching off. Come on, chase them down. Chase down these Andals. It's been a long time coming. We have slowly been bringing the Riverlands and the Crownlands, well, whatever they would have been called back then, I suppose, could be part of the Riverlands, Stormlands, the Reach, just a mixture of all three, maybe a bit of the Rock. But yeah, we've slowly gathered these and we've slowly took them back for the First Men. Slowly working to this goal of pushing out the main Andal force. Oh, and that's awesome. That is a very clear victory. A huge victory for us. Don't forget, guys, if you haven't joined the Discord server yet, to check it out. We've got an awesome little community growing in there now. Getting bigger every day, just like the channel. And I really do appreciate it. And we'd love to have more of you in there. Right, let's now split this army in half, and we'll send 12,000 to Night Star, and we'll send the other 12,000 up to the Eyrie. We will go to the Eyrie ourselves. Yeah, we're leading the main force. Who's leading this? My brother. Just a small funeral will suffice. Right, who's leading this other 12,000? Let's get some more competent commanders in charge of that. They'll do. Awesome, we've got a clean enough supply line there, so we'll go for that. Right, now we're losing the supply line, but at least we can take out those 4,000 men that are at the Eyrie. And then we'll probably... What's the supply line again? Oh, only 7,000. So we're probably going to have to split the army in half again so that we can get the siege on the Eyrie. Else we're just going to lose a lot of men for no reason. Obviously a clear victory yet again. Right, let's split this army in half yet again. And we will send the... 6,000 men here. We'll send them down to the Bloody Gate and they can siege that. And we're still losing men. Oh, is it? Oh, yeah, we're both still there at the moment, aren't we? That's just me being stupid, guys. I do apologise. There's a lot of other playthroughs I want to start. I'm thinking about starting an Orain Waters playthrough as well, because that can be such a fun playthrough, and I thought that'd be a lot of fun to do that on the channel. And try and stay away from Westeros and all the troubles that are happening there, and conquer and pave out our own little pirate kingdom. Could be really interesting. I know, we're still losing men massively here, even though the supply limit's 7,000. Why are we losing so many men? Who knows? But we'll do these other sieges for now. We could take those 3,000 men if they decide to come back. Let's just see what we can do. In fact, should we send those 5,000 men round? Ah, yeah, bring back the reinforcements because 7,000 men are marching on us. My king, your son, Prince Brendan, is uncooperative. Okay, well, I'll leave him to it for now. Let's just get the Eyrie under siege quickly. Be the kingdom of rivers and mountains very soon, it will. Let's merge back together, slow things down a little bit. We've nearly got the siege here. Also nearly got the siege at 9 stars, which is awesome. Losing a lot of men, but we've got to be careful because of those 7,000 that are hanging around. I don't want them to catch us off guard. I'd absolutely love if we found out more about the Andal and First Men Wars at some point. I'd love to find out more of that history. Obviously, I want Winds of Winter and Dream of Spring before we even think about that, though. It's their Juta. I don't care if it upsets them. Christopher will probably be dead soon anyway. She's not here, and there's no one of value, but because we've took her main thing, we can now offer her peace, which will get us the Eyrie. Enforced demands. King Christopher the Hammer of Justice usurped the title Lordship of the Eyrie from Queen Edmira of Mounting and Vale. The war is ended. Right. March my men there so that we can call it off. Designate the Lordship of the Eyrie as the seat of the heir apparent to the Kingdom of the Rivers and Hills. This will prevent family vassals asking for this title, but the heir may expect the title by the time they come of age. Prince Christopher of the Rivers and Hills is granted the Lordship of the Eyrie. The Lordship of the Eyrie will become the designated seat of the heir to the Kingdom of the Rivers and Hills. Do we do that? Yeah, I think that's a pretty cool idea. Yeah, let's do it. Until the next time. Now a proper seat for House Mud. Awesome. The war is ended. Do you wish to reappoint the old council? Yes, I do. And then we will declare war for the rest of the Vale. So that we can completely push these Andals out. Once these 11,000 men get there so that we can disband them. Let's disband these 8 for now. Okay, we're now at war to claim 9 stars for one of our vassals, which will bring them, obviously, into our realm as well. So, we obviously want to do that and bring as many men as we can in. Oh, can we disband that? unit of men quickly. The 1,000 men from the Vale. Right, let's get everybody together over here. Is it in the... Oh, it's near Salt Pans. It isn't quite Salt Pans. I thought it was. Right, let's forward. Get everyone together. And then we will go in and claim 9 stars for one of our vassals. Which will then obviously give us more footing in there. And the more land that we take here, the better. And then we can try and claim the whole of the Vale. What is with this person who... And Strong Song are also not getting involved. But we'll try and take as much of the Vale as we can. Once we've done that, that'll be pretty much the end of what we... aimed to achieve. Wind this series down. I'm also looking to wind down the Maegor the Cruel series, or the Aegon II, but I'm going to keep that one going and just doing a separate Targaryen like timeline, but I'm going to slow down how many episodes I'm doing of that one and just do it randomly and replace it with a more, well, a different series, something else, and then I'll just upload videos for that now and again when I feel like returning to that series. Let's see. Okay, we've got a fair amount of men. Not as many men as before, but enough men that I think we can take the Vale. Let's march them straight up there to the Eyrie. 15,000 men, and then once we get there, we can call up our son's army as well, which is there. There we go. We've won the battle for the Eyrie. That was their main force, so that is great news. We've also managed to capture some prisoners, which is perfect news. Right, let's merge these troops together. 14,000. We'll let him rot for now. Right, now let's march on to 9 stars, which is where we obviously wanted to capture for our bannermen, which was one of the lords of the Bay of Crabs, I believe. I can't remember who we were even fighting for. It was for... Ah, House Mooten are trying to claim 9 stars. Okie dokie. We're claiming it for House Mooten, which will hopefully make them a lot more on our side, which is great news. Come on, guys. Make it to 9 stars, please. Let's go and siege 9 stars. Once we do that, that should be enough. Now, what's the supply line like here? 14,000 men. So if we move... If we move the other 3,000 men down here, and we'll siege another area in this. I don't think there's much of Andalos really left over here in actual Andalos. It's a very small kingdom now. They've had a lot of it taken away from them by Pentos and such, I believe, in the Roynar. So it's not in great shape, old Andalos, and they've not really got much of a kingdom left over here either. They're really not forcing themselves over here like they did in the real timeline. Right, once we take the siege here, we'll go back up and destroy those 8,000 men up there. Right, so what about if we go to Crab's Shore? Can we siege Crab's Shore? Maybe. We'll see. We'll soon find out. We've nearly sieged 9 stars, so that's pretty good. So we should be able to march up soon. We'll talk to her about being diligent. Can't believe we're still going at the ripe old age of 71 and he's still leading troops in battle. That's the most amazing thing about this. Right, assault once more. And now let's go up to the area and conquer that 8,000 men. And hopefully that will be enough to be able to win this war almost. Then we could go for the capital. The Eyrie looks awesome in that dark blue as well instead. The House and Mud. It's a shame that it isn't brown really. I know it's the Trident colours, but it would have been better if it was brown, the House and Mud colours. Kings of the rivers and hills, kings of the mountains and rivers is what we're aiming for. Command them to end. Oh, we cannot do that. Okay. He's defying his lord. Okay, we've won that fairly easy. How much war score is that going to give us? It's a very easy victory. 85. Yeah, we're almost there. Let's go march on the new capital of the Vale. What's the new? Iron Oaks. Okay, I didn't think it'd be that. I thought they might do the Bloody Gate maybe, or Runestone. I didn't expect that. Then again, I suppose if that's another one of her lands that she actually owned, she might not have owned anything more impressive. I believe the next video on the channel, guys, will be carrying on our House Rain playthrough tomorrow, Sunday. So hopefully you'll enjoy that. Soon there will be a week's break or so where there won't be any videos on the channel just for a week or so, as I am getting married and will be on my honeymoon for a week. So there will be a short break of a week with no videos, but I will be back after that with plenty more videos coming to the channel. So yes, don't think that the channel's gone anywhere. It will return. Right, let's offer peace and enforce demands. No, not plot to kill. Offer peace, enforce demands. Yes. There we go. That is now part of the rivers and hills. We are slowly beginning to gain the Vale to our side. We are getting to our end game. Things are going very well. Our bank's looking healthier as well. King Christopher's still going amazingly well at the ripe old age of 71. Still leading troops into battle. What an absolute beast. Absolutely living up to his name of the Hammer of Justice. Slowly conquering this land. Right, let's disband our troops and see if we can declare any other wars on the Vale to further carry on taking land. There we go. Can we declare any more wars on you? Yes, we can, to claim Wickeden down here. Okay, but we will leave that for now. We'll end this episode here. It's a bit of a shorter one, guys, and we will return to House Mud next Saturday, as it's every Saturday for this one. You can check out the schedule in the About section on the channel, or it's also on the Discord server as well. I update it and tweak it to whatever series are coming up. But yeah, I hope you really enjoyed, guys. Please leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you're new here, and hopefully I'll see you very, very soon for my next video, which will be House Rain, like I said, tomorrow. So, goodbye.